At the Night Ministry, the foundation of our work is within the pillars of our mission of human connection, housing, and healthcare. In the city of Chicago, we know that there are over 68,000 individuals who are suffering and in need of access to a more stable living environment.
When you talk about pioneering, programming, and services, responding to the needs of a community, this is what we do well.
Since 1976, the Night Ministry has been a steady presence on the streets of Chicago, born from a bold belief that compassion can be a lifeline and human connection can change lives. Founded on the conviction that every person deserves dignity and care, no matter their circumstances, we began by meeting people where they were, often late at night, when support was hardest to find. As our city has changed, the Night Ministry has grown, expanding housing, healthcare, and outreach, while staying committed to its core values. 50 years later, we continue to walk alongside our neighbors, building and restoring trust, responding to urgent and emerging needs, all while affirming the humanity of every person we serve.
So the work of Reverend Tom Behrens in 1976 was so powerful. It was how we began. Reverend Tom Behrens would go out into communities, find young people standing in parks. He'd visit areas like clubs and bars where people generally would convene. And he had this innate way of building trust by providing a cup of coffee or hot chocolate or a sandwich, and began with the question, "Why are you here?" or "Tell me your story."
Over the years, as he encountered more individuals needing services and supports, the community responded in a way that created the buzz. When you think of the Night Ministry, the first thing people say is, oh yeah, the bus. Congregations that were supporting the work at the time and said, there's nowhere for young people to go. And so that advocacy led to the development of Open Door Shelter.
My name is Alicia Sumlin. Prior to coming to the Night Ministry, I lived on the south side of Chicago. It was a very dark season of my life. I had seen a lot of death, and there was a lot of, I had just had a friend kind of betray me. I was beat unconscious, pregnant with my son, and I wound up on the streets because my mom wouldn't let me stay with her. And some lady saw me, and every day for about 2 weeks, she bought me something to drink at Starbucks. And that's what helped me stay out of the cold, because in January, it was freezing. And she said, "I need to talk to you. Why are you out here?" She started asking me questions. And I just broke down. I said, "My mama put me out pregnant. I don't have nowhere to go." And she told me about the Night Ministry. And I called up here. The lady said, "Well, can you get here in an hour?" And I was just praying, because I'm like, I just can't do this no more. If I wouldn't have came here, I probably would have killed myself. This is a launching pad, if you allow it to be. With the compassion and love, if you accept it, it can be a launching pad for you to do some great things. I would say that this is a place of peace when you let it be. It's a place where you can get a little bit of rest so you can make some good decisions. Like, I'm kind of putting things in their spot and just learning how to be the Alicia that I am and embrace and not be ashamed of being homeless. Night Ministry did what they did for me, so I can do what I do for my children. Because if they wouldn't have helped me, I wouldn't have been here.
So throughout our history at the Night Ministry, we've really stood in the gap and helped fill in that gap for the folks that we're serving. That means if people aren't receiving enough food, we're there to provide that food. If people need a safe place to stay, we're there to provide that safe place to stay. If somebody can't afford their medication that month, we're there to help them get that medication. The Night Ministry was founded in Lakeview, which is the home of Chicago's LGBTQ community. And at the same time, we know that many young people who are experiencing homelessness identify as LGBTQ.
I actually grew up in the foster care system, bounced around pretty much up until I was about 6 years old. From there, I was adopted, but faced challenges. So I ended up facing youth homelessness at a very young age, 17. The night ministry made me feel safe, like I didn't have to worry about the crisis that I was in. It felt like there was a plan for me, even though I didn't really know that. I ended up finding a job at the Wendy's down the street from the intern, and then ended up going back to school, Pathways in Education, which is kind of where my advocacy journey began, and the work that I do today.
That is like one of the most prideful things about doing this work, just seeing someone benefit from it, learn from it, and then become a part of the community that helps us grow and move like the work forward. So I thank you.
Thank you. They've helped me a lot, yeah. That's the best way I could put it.
"50 years. Over the last 50 years, we have been able to serve nearly 100,000 people. That is 100,000 individuals who gained access to a more stable living environment because they were able to connect with the night ministry services. And we couldn't be more proud of the ways in which we've evolved our work and how we will continue to evolve our work to reach even more people."
When we are in challenging times like this, it also provides lots of opportunity to create educational programming for members of our community. We've had consistent conversations with our elected officials and policymakers all across the country. It's also offered lots of opportunity for collaboration because there's a lot of people out there who want to do good work.
In the next 50 years, we will remain bold in our approach. Our mission will remain unchanged, and we look forward to delivering even more services to individuals with an effort to do our part in ending homelessness. We are hopeful.